I wanted to piggyback on the Rosen talk that you had, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yes.
A lot of fans in the forum started killing you for it. And I just want to point something out because Matt Stafford, let's transpose their careers for just a second. This is a guy that the Niners wanted, or every fan wanted the Niners to trade a first-round pick for, basically, right?
Yeah.
So let's take his first year. Let's say he was on the Arizona Cardinals instead of Rosen. His first year, he went 2-8, 53% completion, 13 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. Most likely he's getting cut, right? Or traded. Right. He's shipped right out of town for Kyler Murray. He's not
mobile enough in 2020, and this Kyler Murray kid. Yep. Sorry, Matthew.
Right. So then let's take year 2. So let's say he does go to the Dolphins. He gets a chance to start there, just like Rosen did. Mm-hmm. He's injured after three games. What do you think happens to him?
He might get cut. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah. So year 3, he passes for 5,000 yards. We may never, ever see that season because, well, Stafford's a bum. He's on practice squad with Tampa, and now he's picked up for peanuts by San Francisco. Yeah. So, just one of those things to look at. The only thing, I really like the Rosen take. The only thing that I don't like about Rosen is that he's got Eli Manning face, and I can't stand it.
That is part of the deal. Like, my question this morning on Twitter was, why does everyone have this unwavering belief in Sam Darnold, but not Rosen? And I really think it has to do with the face. Like, Sam Darnold looks like a franchise quarterback. He got that Marlboro Man look. And Rosen looks Jewish. Like, I'm more Jewish than – I had a bar mitzvah. He looks more Jewish than me. Right. And I don't know if that's an issue, but I don't know.
He's got a little bit.
He does. He looks like a Jew, and that's a good thing. I'm very proud of him. It didn't hurt Sandy Koufax. Why should it hurt Josh Rosen?
Right. Yeah. I agree. One last thing that I want to bring up. So, we keep talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, but realistically, if Jimmy goes, the whole quarterback room changes. Yeah. So why don't we talk about every quarterback that we want in the room? And I'll ask you, but I'll just say mine real quick. I would prefer Rosen, whoever we drafted in round 2, based off of what Shanahan's looking for. And then I would say Fitzpatrick. That would be my perfect quarterback room. All 3 of them with the cap hit of Jimmy getting traded or cut is still half of what Jimmy costs.
I would also bring Mullins to camp and let those 4 battle it out for 3 spots. Because I think Mullins has shown something. I wouldn't just cut him outright. But yeah, I'd make him compete for it. Compete with Fitzpatrick, compete with Rosen, and a second-round pick. I think that sounds great. Because the way I look at Rosen, he's had problems, but when you just look at his tape at UCLA and the good games he's had in the league, he's more gifted than Jimmy. There's no question about it. He has a stronger arm. He's tougher. He's more mobile. He's smarter. He's younger. So if the Niners are thinking about drafting a quarterback at 12, they have to compare him to Josh Rosen and their grade on Rosen coming out. Not what they think of him now, but what he was coming out of college, and compare like apples to apples with these other, like Zach Wilson, for example.
Right.
Heck of a player. But would Rosen not have put up those numbers if he had gone to BYU?
Oh, easy.
So why are we so certain that Zach Wilson is like the answer and not the guy who's already on the team? You know what I mean? Give him a chance.
Agree. Yeah. There's no way that we can trade a bunch of capital to get up to number 2 to take Zach Wilson. No way. That's the worst thing that we can do. The worst thing.
No guarantee that he's better than Josh Rosen anyway. So why do Right. I just don't understand why people have given up on him. But what I will say is I like that Kyle Shanahan stuck with him. Not playing him is strange, but maybe he wanted to set him up for success. If he becomes the backup quarterback next year and Jimmy's a starter, then Rosen's going to play at some point. And all it takes is 1 or 2 good games for him to totally change the narrative about him. Oh my God, look at him now in a good offense. Oh, we wrote him off too quick. He turns 24, I think, in 3 days.
Yep.
I'd like to see it because the best thing about Rosen when I would watch him at UCLA, and I watched all his games because I went to UCLA, he didn't win a lot, but that team stunk and he took hits. He was tough and he could throw the hell out of a deep ball. Every game he would throw a couple deep that was like, geez, who else does that? He did it against the Niners too.
The other thing that I'll say about him too that I've always hated about Jimmy is Jimmy's just always kind of like, oh, well, ho-hum, whatever. Rosen came out and he had a chip on his shoulder immediately. He's like, everybody's going to regret not taking me. Now, look, I mean, in hindsight, it hasn't sounded great, but that tells me he's a competitor, and I love that.
I agree. And I think everyone's question with Rosen is how much does he love football? How much does Jimmy love football?
Right.
Jimmy has $85 million and nothing to prove. No reason to really get better. Rosen has something to prove.